roll. Roll and see if you get a bite. Good morning. Check in.
All right, we had a few questions, people asking about how to plug up the distro for the powered sounds.
If you can't get to a breaker box.
Yeah, this is if you can't get into a breaker box. So we decided to just quickly do a video live.
Yeah, we couldn't think about everything, so when it's a question that everybody wanting to know, we're gonna get down to that.
Good morning, Cash Prime.
Morning, Cash Prime. Morning, big up yourself, brother. Thank you for checking in.
Junior. Big up, Father Acid. Good morning.
Good morning, Junior. Thank you for checking in. Thing good. So I wait for some more people for checking in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll just roll this off. I know it early. Some people gonna work. Some people might see this video later on. So this is for this question I've been getting a lot. So we're gonna demonstrate how we do what we do and how you can achieve certain things by getting your 220 out your house. Because a lot of people don't know they can get 220 out their house. You know, because some people are not current friendly or, you know, voltage friendly, you know, and I understand that. So I'm going to demonstrate how we could do that safely and with the right things.
Check in. Good morning, Grief. I didn't catch you first. Up and coming artists. Yes, this is an active live going on right now.
Yeah, man, active. We gotta do a quick one.
This is a quick live.
Yeah, we gotta do a quick live.
Just to review, a few people were asking about how to plug up the power distro. So since I had a few questions, we decided just to do a video about it. So this is
how to plug up power distro without going into the breaker. If you don't got a choice.
Yeah, this is because a lot of people we speak to, they do production. So they go into halls, so you can't get into the breaker like typically sometimes we can get into a breaker. So this is just to instruct on how it would work, where you just plug in into outlets.
Yes.
With the distro.
And still get your 220.
Abadi, if I said that right, good morning.
Good morning, Abadi. Thank you for checking in.
Suburban Resources Entertainment. Greetings, Acid Sound.
Yeah, man, greetings, brother. Just bear with us a little bit. I'll get some more people to tag on and then we'll go from there.
Shine RDS, check in. Morning. Mighty J Audio from Guyana, check in. Harvey, good morning. Yeah, I hope you get over the sickness too. I don't want to get sick. I've been lucky so far, but I've been taking my vitamin C. Vitamin C is a good deal, especially when you're dealing with these kids. I said no to school with this vitamin C.
Carry home in germs.
No, I'll be bringing home them germs from them dirty schools.
Okay.
Let me check in. Cutty, check in. What's
yeah,
up?
Man. Big up Cutty QSS.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah. Cutty from and UK. Big up yourself, Father. There.
Raga General. Bless up Acid family. Enough love.
Shana Ricky General, Raga General.
Raga
General, big up yourself.
Reggae, sorry.
Okay,
Reggae
there you go.
I need my glasses.
Reggae General, big up yourself. Everything good.
Shawnee Vibes said, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, man. Shawnee Vibes, big up yourself. Thank you for checking in. We're just going to demonstrate the distro, how it would work if you can't get into a breaker box. We said it earlier, but we're going to say it again now that we have more people on the live. So, getting a distro very important to our sound system, at least for me, who is a professional. And I can say I'm a professional because when people book my sound system, sometimes it's not everywhere I can go and get access to go into a breaker panel, into a hall, or into, sometimes they don't let you go into it. Or sometimes you may be lucky enough, they have a plug there. You just go there and just plug this in and do your thing and you get your 220. So we're going to demonstrate oh, I get the 220 in my house. If you can get the 220 in your house, you can get it anywhere else. You just got to be prepared with the wires and the right type of wires. So I'm going to demonstrate with this now. If you're going to do the distro here with the wires here and plug them into the halls or into a bar or anywhere you're going, you can't plug two of these in the same socket. You're not going to get your 220. You got to plug one in one socket and the next one far away from the next one. And then the display here is going to tell you. So what I do, I get the heavy duty. Listen very carefully, because sometimes people just listen to what I say and they don't follow exactly what's going on. So I get the heavy duty extension like this, the heavy one. We don't do the little skinny one like this. Let me demonstrate that. We're not going to use this one here to do what we're doing. This one is the right one. The thicker the wire is the more strong is in the wire. Goes in electricity. So we're not going to holler that, but we're not going to use this. We're not going to use this one right here. This one is the wrong one. So let me demonstrate that. We're not going to use this skinny wire right here to get no 220. That's not going to happen. We're going to use these. The thicker they are, with the ground on it. The ground must be on it. Let me point that out. So the thicker the wire is, better you is. So now we got a new one of these. We're gonna have this extension hen here with two of these. Can't do it with one. We need two of these. So the two of these is gonna go into here. They're gonna go into the unit like this. You're gonna plug one to the nearest outlet and the next one to the farthest outlet. So one of these wires can be taller than one. Depends on your run, what you want to do. So with that being said, explanatory, we're going to have two plug-in ends goes into here. And this hen right here is going to go into the end of the distro and twist lock. So I got one, I'm going to demonstrate. So the camera, I forgot.
I ask a question that somebody might ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's something that's going to have to be made, right?
Yes.
You buy it and you have
you make it up.
Break it down and make it up. Okay.
Yes, you make it up. Yeah. So at the end of the day, this could build to fit anywhere. We could design this distro to go anywhere, fit anywhere. Just want to get that out there. So now, I already plugged this one behind my sound system that's here, the closest plug. I already plugged it up to the closest plug. The next one is going into my washroom. Because if you're in a hall or a bar, you're going to have to run it the same way. So now I'm going to demonstrate, if you can zoom the camera up, because I'm going to do something that the audience need to see. So now I'm going to take this plug right here for the power distro. This is for the power distro. And I'm going to put it. They got these little notches right here. These notches, and it matches up with these right here. Under 50 amp right here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to twist lock this and twist it. See that? You can't just plug it in. You got to plug it, then twist it. Once you twist it, there goes the 224. See that? And the green lights here, that's 00 here, is called the amperage. When you plug your powered sound into here and you pull in, you drop in your bass, you're going to see these move and telling you what are you pulling, how much amps you're using. So I want to demonstrate that so people can understand what's going on with a distro. Say, oh, I can't go into the breaker, or I can't do this. I'm going to show you now. Is the camera seeing all of this right here?
Yeah.
I'm going to do something that you guys could understand what's going on. So I'm going to unplug one of these hot, and you're going to see one of these go dead. So if you do this and you're not getting nothing on the two screen right here, that means the plug you plug it in is dead. I'm going to do that. Excuse me. There you go. So if you're looking at the distro correctly, you can see it. One of the plug is dead. So we have the X is on right here. I'm just doing this for people who does not know, are not familiar with it. So everybody could get an idea and get used to powering your sound the right way. So now one of these are dead. I'm going to go back and plug back the plug into the wall. This is in my house. I'm getting 220. So I don't need nobody to be scared. Oh, how am I going to get 220 and start? No, you could get it anywhere. So I'm going to plug it back and let you see. There you go. Right there. So these green indicators, these red one is showing you what I'm getting from each socket. 120, 120, 123, 123 combines to 220. The greens right here, that's the 0, 0 here, the amperage. I'm not plugging no amplifier here or no powered sound. So it's not gonna show you when you're playing it how much you're pulling. And that's very important to me to see as a sound owner. I want to see how much my bass is pulling, how much my tops are pulling. And these are balanced. So just to demonstrate to the audience what's going on with the power distro. So I'm going to twist lock it and remove it. So remember, if you're going to do this, make sure you get the right gauge plug. The bigger this is the better it is.
You can see, so they can see inside.
Yes, the bigger it is.
Trying to let it focus.
Yeah, so the bigger this is, the better it is. You understand? You can't use a little skinny wire put into here and expect, no. The bigger these wires, the size of these wires are big enough. So that means the wires inside this casing is the right gauge. So you can go to Home Depot, you can go to Lowe's, you can go to your hardware store and buy. I normally buy the biggest one and then I cut the other end off, not this one, cut it off and just use it, put it into here and wire it up. And after I'm done, like I said, plug one of these nearest to your nearest socket. The other one is going to be taller, which is this one. So you can plug it near a washer or near somewhere. You can't plug the two of them the same place. You're not going to get 220. But if I could get it in my house, you can get it anywhere. Any business, any catering hall, anywhere. And now you look for the notches here. For those who are not familiar with these plugs, then you go like this. Twist it so it can't yank out. There's no reason for it to fall out. There you go. That's how you get your 220. I just want to demonstrate that to the lot of questions I'll be getting about it. So there you go. That's how we do that. So thank you everybody for checking in, watching, and don't be scared of this. I used to be scared of it because I didn't understand it. And it used to cause me my bass line, my amp to clip out or to burn the speaker because it's not getting enough voltage and amperage. And I couldn't see it. So now I am diverse in it, been in the sound business for like 30 years. So now I'm very diverse. Some place I go, no, you can't go in our breaker. I got to do this and play the sound all night with no problems. So just demonstrating it.
Okay.
You got any questions?
One person asked. Okay, one person made a statement. Make sure the outlet is not on the same leg because you won't get 220.
I said that.
Yeah, that's what the two things.
Yeah, that's why these are here. Good question. That's why these are here. If it's not, one of these ain't gonna light up.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be plugging the same outlet. Please don't do that. They're gonna plug in separate outlet far away from each other. So most likely you're gonna get your 220. And if you're not getting your 220, that means you're on the same leg. So you gotta remove them and walk around and find it. That's what we gotta do in the business when we go out there. So that's homework, you know?
Somebody said, suppose you don't have any spare breakers, do I tap the main?
What you mean? We're not talking about going into the breaker box. This video is for going into the wall plugs.
Yeah,
in locations. So, if you can't go into a breaker box.
Yeah, so for those who wasn't there at the beginning of the video, so a lot of people have been asking questions that go into halls. You don't have access to breaker panel. Yes. So he's showing how you can just do it by the outlet.
Yes, you can do it by the outlet. If you don't see it, you got to go back and wait till the video shut off and go back to the front of the video. We demonstrate that. So being as a lot of people wasn't here. So what we do, we take two of these. Must be 10 gauge are better if you can't find it, but you can't use no small wires. The gauge wire got to be big enough. And then you take two ends of these. Then you're going to cut it. One going to be taller, one going to be shorter. And the two ends is going to go into here. So the nearest outlet, you're going to plug the shortest one. The farthest outlet, the farthest one, the reason being the farthest one is not going to be, most likely is not going to be the same circuit. That's why we have one short, one tall. And then when you plug it in like me, because this is plugging right behind my sound right there, and the next one is going into my washer, just to demonstrate that. And this is how we get our 220. And if one of these doesn't light up, that means the outlet is dead, or you ain't gonna get your 220. So you gotta search. Like what that's why I have to do when I'm in the field, when I don't get access to a breaker panel. I have to search it and find that 220. This is the easiest way to achieve it if you can't go into a panel.
And also, I want to state, if you're not versed on the electrical part of it, and you want, say you already have a distro, or if you're buying a distro from us, he can make up this.
Yes, I can.
Just, he'll tell you how much everything costs.
Yeah.
And he can make it for you, because most people don't know how to make them. He make them like nothing. He do it right on the spot sometimes. So that's an option too.
Yes. So just trying to get everybody to be inclined with sound system. Remember this. You can have the best 8060, the best power amplifier in the world, PowerSoft, QSC. But if it not getting the right amperage and voltage, it doesn't make sense. Jesus could have tuned the sound himself. It is not going to work right. The amperage and voltage go together with sound system. A lot of people want to separate it, but you can't. Without proper amperage and voltage, your sound is not going to play right. So you have to have the right things to get it done the right way. Any questions, please?
Someone was just stating too that he agreed. He said, I had a problem like that. I plugged into two separate outlets. My bass amp wouldn't turn on. Found out he was on the same leg.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how you know too. If one of the amps ain't turning on, you know that you're on the same leg. So that's what we had to do for years in the field. But nobody talks about this. You understand? These are hidden gems that people hide. Are you gonna call in an electrician? I had a gig a couple years back, way back. I had to call in an electrician, pay him to come and go into the breaker box, because the people for the place wouldn't allow me to go in there. So I learned. So I have the track record, and I have the track time into the business. This is what we have to do most of the time to get it done. Or you have a washer plug, you just make this into a washer plug and plug it right in there. That's it.
Yeah.
And we're good to go. So this is for the people who are not familiar with how to get your 220. I'm doing this in my house. And if you get this in your house, you're good. And the reason why I like this too, because remember, let me go a little bit further with the demonstration so people can understand certain things while going. Remember now, each of these wires, you can see a green in here. All green is going to be linked together. So there's no way you're going to get a ground loop if all the greens are tied together and put into this. And you keep everything grounded that's plugging into here. And that's what I love about a distro. Plugging into the wall is cool, but sometimes the ground is broken. And you get a hum in your sound, and you can't tell why the sound is humming. This is because guess what? The ground inside the wall that you can't see is broken. So that's why I love a distro. For who understand it and professional enough, they know what this is. This is a very important piece of unit to sound system. You could get away plugging it into the wall, but what about if the neutral and ground is reverse, or the neutral and the hot is reverse? You're gonna damage your equipment. This is gonna tell you. So we cannot be scared of powering our sound system. If you want the best out of it, you have to learn and do your homework. I'm just here to give you information. But if you want more, you could go Google, YouTube, anywhere and search it. And you can learn it if you want to.
So one person asks, is this different if you're using a generator, or is it the same?
Same.
Okay.
These are just adapters.
Yeah, that's all.
For different places.
Different places.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if you're using a generator, you just go the other end, twist in a generator. Oh, let me get it for you. Give me a minute. So, if you're going on a generator, we got two ends for who familiar in the field. You got two ends with wire. This end right here will go into a generator, turn, and then this one will go into your turn, and you're good.
Oh, okay. Use a regular.
Yes, regular setup. But the one that I built, this is for if you don't have a generator and you're going into a hall and they do not allow you to go in their breaker. This is how you get your 220. That's what this is about. And I need everybody to listen, because if you listen to what I'm saying, you can't go wrong. So this It's in my house, 220. I'm not in my breaker and in my sockets. Bam. 220. And the reason why I like this distro, it gives you your amperage and your voltage. So when I drop my baseline, I could look right here and see how many power I'm pulling on my base on both ends. So, not trying to convince nobody, but if you have a proper sound system, like Desperado and Ace and all of them, they have this. They are champions that win trophies. You can't expect to plug your powered sound into the wall and win an event. You can't, because you're gonna need that power to separate your bass from your tops. And if you're bringing 8 bass and say you're bringing 16 bass powered and you're bringing 8 tops, how are you gonna get that amperage and voltage? You can't plug that into the wall. So that's how we go.
Check in. Good morning, Niger. Niger, check in.
Niger, big up yourself. Big up my Virgin Niger from Atlanta. Big up yourself.
Sean Webb said, good morning, brother.
Big up Sean Webb. Big up yourself.
So Will Traz said, up Acid Family, I'm on my way to the 9 to 5.
Yeah, man, I know.
In.
Me too, but I'm just trying to get this video out because I get a lot of questions. That's why we're here this morning so early.
This is a side question. I'm just going to answer because it's a quick answer. Do you play horn and tweeters together?
Horn and tweeters together. I don't understand that question. For me, when they ask that, I play my tweeters separate. Yeah. I play my horn separate. I play my 12 separate. I play my 15 separate. So therefore, I could get more out of my sound system, more vocals, more dynamics out of it. I don't tie them all together.
Blue Sound check-in.
Yeah.
Quef them said good morning.
Blue Sound, big up yourself. Quef them, good morning. So we're just breaking it down for people. Like, I had a conversation with Blue Sound. He's on here. He wanted to get a distro. And he's a perfect example why we're doing stuff like this. And he's used to it because I did one for him many years ago. So he's one of my customers. So he could testify for this right here. So if you can't go into a breaker box, let me say it again, and you don't have access and plugs are in the building, you can still get your 220. Make 2 of these and make sure the right gauge. You can't use no skinny ass wire in this. You can't. The bigger the wire, the more the amperage, the more the voltage. The bigger the strands are in the wire. I don't even want to get into that because that's our next class or our next video. The bigger the wire. Some people make these wire and the wire is so thick they shave the wire off. No, don't do that. When you shave the wire off because you want it to fit into something, you're losing your amperage and your voltage. Every strand is there for a reason. So in my house, I'm getting 220. I'm not in the distro breaker box. So 220. First, when you have a powered sound, power it up efficiently. And then you need to see what's going on in the outlets. So I can't make it repeatable enough. But when you do this, and when you get one of these from me, I could make the ends up for you if you're not familiar. You could talk to me. I need some, we call this adapters. So you're gonna have adapter for circuits in the wall, and I could build one for you to go in the breaker, either. And I could build another one too, like I did Scorpion King Sound. He have 4 adapters of these. One for the hall, one for the breaker, one for in the house, or you go to a house party or whatever he's playing. So I build multiple adapters for people if you're interested.
Gary, check him.
Yeah, man. So big up. He's on the line too. Yeah. Yes. Big up to dentist. Big up yourself. Yeah. So this is why a distro is very important. And for who just coming in, everything is grounded here. When you plug separate extension into your wall, you do not know if the ground is working. I don't know if the neutral is the hot, and all of them things happen. I've seen it in the field where equipment get damaged. So we got to learn about our sound system and learn how to use it the right and proper way. Because I see a lot of things out there in the field that is wrong, and it's so wrong, it's so reputable that it become right. And I'll be like, what? Yeah. Monkey see, monkey do. One man follow the next man, and because it work, everybody good, but tell about the next man when him sound blow up. Yeah. So there we go. Don't be scared of these things.
Checking. Good morning, Nigel Roberts. He said good morning, Acid. Pack promo, said morning family.
Pack promo, big up yourself.
Here like a fly on the wall, learning.
Yeah, man, that's what we are to do, man. We have information. Information is what run the world. I don't know it all. I'm still learning, but I got ears in the field. Ears doing this. So that's why my opinion matters, because anybody know my track record, know I got sound system for years. Many different type of sound. Before Distro even invented to go in your rack. I used to have that big panel box behind the rack, plug up everything. Now that's redundant now. You could have a nice clean look like this, go straight to your sound, and in your rack, bam, click, done.
Yeah.
But some people are scared of the voltage and amperage part because they're not familiar. I'm here to get you familiar so your sound can play the best.
And I also think, other than scared, I think a lot of people, and we understand you have to take your time and get to a certain level.
Yes.
But Nigel said it earlier. He said the power is the most important part of your sound. So
yes.
You can't cheap out on that.
Some people want to be very cheap with it. They want to buy the expensive amplifier, the expensive rack, the customized speaker box. But when it comes down to this, they still want to plug it into a panel behind the sound. No, you can't. No, for me, you're not real to the business. If you're real to the business, sound system need power.
Somebody has a good question.
You have to have power and voltage, amperage and voltage. Work together. Go ahead, Nats.
Someone said, how do you know? So I don't remember the answer to this question. How do you know when you're plugging your extension into a separate circuit, when you're plugging it into outlet that has the same circuit? Is there a way to check that?
Yes, that's what I said. One of these is going to be the shortest here.
Oh, so you can use this to check. That's
yes, one of these is going to be the shortest right here. Mm-hmm. So you're going to plug this into the shortest socket in the hall or where you are. Let's say in the hall, the shortest hall, the longest one. That's why we have a short one and a long run, because most likely on the long run it's not going to be the same leg.
Yes.
So that's how we separate that. You have to do that work. You can't go around it. Some people want to do the shortcut, plug the two sockets into the same. No. So I made that up for somebody already and they did the same thing. Oh, my amps is not coming on. And this is how you know too. If your amps is not coming on, you're on the same socket.
Okay.
You got to split them up.
Okay.
So that's the homework everybody got to do.
Okay.
Because every place is not going to be the same. So you have to get familiar with this. Then it's going to help you get to where you need to go.
So basically this allows you to test. So you're going to plug them in. You're going to find the two farthest ones. And
no, one farthest one. One near, one near, and one the farthest. Because how they run electricity in a house, if they plug them in the nearest one, it's going to be the same plug.
Yeah, if it's
so you got to go to, like if I plug this in here, most likely if I go with the next plug, you see where I go the next plug to the washer room.
Yeah.
So they're not the same circuit.
Yeah.
So you got to have that knowledge also too.
Yeah.
Because some people want to just take it, okay, I'm good, plug the two, the same socket. No, buddy, that ain't gonna work.
But basically, if those who don't know,
yes,
if they happen to plug it in, it's on the same leg, it lets you know.
Yeah, it lets you know, and the amplifier won't come on.
Okay.
Because it's not 220. That's also another way you could know too.
Yeah. Yes.
Because remember, if your amps is 220 and you're looking for 220, some things is going to come on, some things is not going to come on. That's indicating you're on the same leg. So you need to move it.
Shine said, he also said, don't forget, Soundman, make sure you have your client outlet tester.
Yes, I have your client's outlet tester that I use in the field. And one of the most important thing I get familiar with, I don't leave this anywhere I go. I don't leave this anywhere I go with my sound system. I have to have this. Because even though I'm getting my 220, you know what I do sometimes? Sometimes I take this hand out right here, put these in it and check them on my meter right here. Even though I have this, I still give my extra precaution. Even though this is going to protect my sound, I still do it. Okay, so in me over the years, before they have this, we had this right here.
Yeah.
So it's in me. Everywhere I go in the generator, I check. When I went to Philadelphia, when they turn on the generator spike and burn up one of my drive rack in Philly. Mm-hmm. You know, so at the end of the day, we have to check and we have to be knowledgeable in our sound system. You know what I learned from Philly? No matter who's on the generator, I let everybody go first. Then I go plug up and then I go test.
Yeah.
Then I bring it to my sound. That's what I learned in Philly.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it cost me money in Philly. That drive rack was like, boy, what, 1400.
We all are always learning. No, anyone who says that they already know everything. So
Good luck.
what we also learn, we kind of knew it, but sometimes you get eager. Is one, you don't jump on generator.
But you don't know nothing about.
And you don't know nothing about
if they service it or how it was kept or what phase it's on. If it's on 3-phase and you're looking for 2-phase, you don't know.
And also too, if it is multiple people using it, you wait and make sure everybody's done.
Excuse me.
Doing what they need to do on it. Like
yes.
Setting up and whatever.
Yes.
So you just wait and you make sure you ask. There should be somebody saying, okay, everybody's good now.
Yes.
Or even if, remember, it's your equipment. So you make sure.
Is
everybody done?
All right. And the next thing that we need to point out, when you're hooking up this distro, make sure all your circuits are turned off. I don't know if this phone is showing it. Make sure all these are white. Make sure when these are white, they stick out like that, they're off. When they're in, see, you see the color came on and say on. So make sure before you hook up your sound, you don't have your amps and your equipment on. These are off when you put your power. After you power up and you see what you want to see, then you turn on your equipment. Just want to demonstrate that. So many things we're talking about, just want to I can't remember everything, but I try to go over everything. So I'm trying to make this video as short as I can, but excuse me, there's a lot of explanation that we got to do. So if you buy one of these, I could make the ends up for you.
Yeah.
Bear that in mind. And I could get the extension, all these stuff you need and put it together for you.
Yeah, he's good at that.
And ship it out to you with your distro and you're good to go. But remember, sound man, make sure if you don't got a distro, make sure you have one of these.
What is it?
Very important. It's a regular test. It's a regular tester. It's a regular one.
You know, somebody's gonna always have a question, so that's
make sure. These are very important to have when you have a sound system. Most of the guys that's on here, they know this, but for the people who don't know it, I'm coming across a lot of people who are scared of these things. So I gotta put this information out there. So you wanna know what your sound is doing. Because sometimes you can go in a building too, and the AC's on one of these legs. And when the AC chip in, bass amp start going off. And you start having humming issue. I've run across many of these many times. So that's how I use my expertise just to guide my people in the sound system game to get the right amperage and voltage and power your stuff the right way. Some people want to cheap it out. Oh, I don't need that. I could plug it in the wall. And when they go to a big venue and plug it in the wall, everything start cutting out. Because you're pulling more than being in a house party. That's the next part. So it is what it is. So good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's going to watch this and see this. Any questions, guys?
This is a 10 gauge. Somebody was asking, is that a 10 or 12? It's a 10.
This is a 10 gauge. 10 gauge. And you can do 12 if you can't find it. I don't suggest it, but if you can't find it, you could use that also too. Temporarily. You know? So.
Jamal Chris, what's up? Orlando Author.
Jamal Chris, big up yourself. So you got to be knowledgeable into your sound system. This is very important. You can have the baddest box, the baddest speaker, the baddest amp rack, the best looking sound. But if this not right, you're going to fail. Yeah. It's simple as that. Believe it or not. Simple. So to everybody, thank you for watching.
One other thing, I know some people wasn't on the last video. If anybody want to know more information about the actual amplifier, you need to go to the previous live. We already discussed it.
Yes.
We advised how if you're interested in purchasing one, everyone's price is not going to be the same because it depends. Some people may want to add on things.
Or change things.
Yes. So that is an option because it's custom. So if you want the information of how to purchase, or you're ready to purchase, then you reach them out on Facebook at Acid Sound System. That's the preferable way. If you absolutely don't have Facebook, then same name on Instagram.
Okay. So thank you everybody for watching and be knowledgeable into your sound. Power does matter. Power and amperage does matter. Can't say that enough. Can't stress that enough. I've seen people with professional sound system that cost money and they're being cheap. And a sound that have one of these beat their ass many times because they still don't get it. You gotta have the right power and amperage for your sound system and the right distro. We could even build this 3-phase, to customize to your sound. So at the end of the day, thank everybody for watching. Now they have nothing to say.
One person said the same thing. DJ Rich and Icy said good power equal good sound, no matter what size your system.
There you go. Because some people be like, oh yes, that's another topic. Oh, my sound ain't that. I get it a lot. Oh, my sound is a small sound. But you want to play it like a big sound.
So let's talk about our friend that had the Yorkville that he had to eventually get it because he feel like his sound he wanted to beat like he had Yorkvilles. So he wanted to beat and he's like, yeah, my thing is beating. He's like, no, it can go way more if you have the power distro, right?
Yes, and it was cutting out too. After a while, it was cutting out after all that pulling of the bass. Bass pull a lot of voltage that those caps need to charge and disperse and charge. How bass play, a lot of people is not familiar. They got the little blue things, the little caps in the amplifier that you see. They need to charge. So they need to charge, they need to get the right amount of voltage and amperage. Else it's gonna perform at the minimum. And I used to tell my friend, yo, you need a distro. No, I don't need them thing there, brother. I mean, a big sound, but you have 4 Yorkville or 6 Yorkville bass, and you have whole heap of tops. Where you think you're going to get all that energy from? He keep on denying, I keep on telling him until he went and got a distro and he played and we set the sound up. And when he played, he said, wow, yeah, man. I see the difference, I know, I hear the difference in the sound.
I have a question. The one we know I did just the other day out of town, that one had a distro on it already?
No distro.
And it was playing like that?
Yeah, and I told them, say, wow. If they want to go further, they have to have a distro if they want to go further. They got lucky. But many places you go, you ain't going to get that lucky.
Yeah.
If you go in an old building and the ground, the neutral and the thing switch, you have to figure that out.
Yeah.
They're going to damage your equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, you got lucky because it was an older building.
Yes. So you have to realize a lot of people getting lucky. But when stuff blew up on them, oh, damn. That's what happened. But anyway.
Let me answer this person. Orlando Arthur, you can check the previous live. We went more in depth. This live was strictly for people who were asking questions.
How to get the power if you can't go into a breaker box. That's what this sound. For a powered sound. That's what this video is about. Because most places you go, they're not gonna allow you to go in their breaker box. But you're gonna have wall plugs. And you can use the wall plug, you can build this adapter right here with the proper wire, gauge wires, and go from the shortest one to the longest one. Most likely the longest one is not going to be the same circuit. So therefore you could get your 220. See, 220 or 223.
But a quick answer, Arthur, Orlando, is yeah, they can be customized. These are all customized. Or you can say, yeah, I want that exact one. But this one was customized. This is what the customer wanted on his.
And when you do build one of these, you get a blueprint.
Yeah.
When you make changes, you get a blueprint. So you can't say, oh, me never met that. You got the print and we went over the print. So once you went over the print and you approve it, that's when it goes into production. That's how this works.
Yep.
And this is neatly laser cut, finished product, professionally done. Not somebody in under one tree, a cut out one jigsaw and no. Everything is smooth. Sometimes you see some of this, the plug look lean, the light you up or the one you down. No, everything is perfectly put together. Anybody interested, go back and watch the next video. We go more detail into it.
The previous video.
Previous
live. So the previous live
yes.
video, which we did 2 days ago, was the more in-depth. People asked a lot of questions.
Yes.
And we answered a lot of the questions. So if you go back and watch that, you'll get a little bit more in-depth. DJ Rich and I said, I think mobile DJs don't give themselves enough setup time to find adequate power at the venue.
Need it. You're going to fail.
Everyone focused on fast setup.
And
sound quality suffer later. You should be there hours before.
Yes, correctly.
About you. We're always there hours.
I used to have a promoter. He used to live here in Florida. He's not here anymore. He named Diego. We used to make fun. He used to say, yo, me the promoter, me try to reach my event very early. I said always beat me, even outside or inside, I string up the sound. Because that's the type of person I am. I like to give myself at least 2.5 hours ahead of time to get there. Even my wife is telling me, oh, you got it too early. No, you don't understand. You don't know if I'm going to run a plug 150 feet. You don't know if power is even in the building and we got to do something different. So I take the time to get the proper power to my sound system. So therefore, when the crowd and the party ram up, nothing now chip out or nothing now go bad and I start to fail. You know, and that's what's going on in the sound world. Everybody need a quick fix. Because most people feel like, oh, I got a power box, plug it in the wall. Oh, you have a big sound, you have a run part. No. Same amount of things you have to do. So big up to everybody that's watching me, that's understanding and appreciate what I'm bringing to the table, because not many people talk about this. Some people shy away from this part of the business. You have to have the right amount of power for your sound good. You can't go around it. And that is it. And for the Americans, you got to have the right amount of amperage and voltage. It play the sound just as well how you tune it. You could tune the sound. Jesus will come and tune the sound for you. But if he ain't getting the right power amperage, he's going to fail. Simple as that. So everybody, signing off.
All right.
So thank you for watching. I know it's early, but we just want to do the part 2 video, part 2 live here to show you what going on with the distro.
All right.
I'll sit out. Thank you guys for watching.
Turn off your hold on.